What's going on, everyone? We're a little early today. We're checking out Ambry Thomas, Grant Cohn, Coach Noah Johnston. What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Doing great. Friday. I don't know that this mean much to you, right? You still work on weekends, but
I'm going out of town with my wife just for a couple of nights, and so I'll be working a little bit in the morning. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's the end of the week. I'm going casual Friday today. Casual. That's how you know. I was like, should I wear a suit and tie in my bedroom today? I just don't have it. I can't. No, absolutely not. So look, I've been doing a lot of Trey Sermon film, and he's fun. Running backs are fun. But Ambry Thomas is just as important. He was also a third-round pick. He didn't play last year, but he did play in 2019, and we have film of him against Ohio State. So why don't we check it out?
Let's do it.
See what we're working with here. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go regular speed until we find him really getting targeted. Maybe we can slow it down if we need to.
So he's at the bottom of the screen. Michigan played a lot of man under Don Brown. So you're going to see heavy man in this game.
He's almost always lined up like this. Nose to nose. Press technique.
Yep.
So that kind of, I guess, reveals what the Niners are looking for.
Yeah, and
you're going to be doing.
Ohio State has kind of made a living hurting Michigan with their man and with press, and you'll see that later on. Right now, it looks like this was kind of interesting where they had him spun up to the top, where he was going to play like a little free safety, but then they brought it down. I don't know if it was a quick adjustment or
Maybe this guy just got lined up incorrect. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if they had him play any of that throughout the season. But there he is, down the bottom of the screen.
Man covered against the run.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is very handsy.
Yes.
And
you think that'll be an issue, good or bad in the NFL?
Yeah, he's got to work on some of his hands technique. It's good that he's using it, right? But some of the Ohio State receivers will get him a little bit because of improper technique.
Okay. Seems like he only plays on the right. Sometimes he's in the slot, mostly in the right.
Yeah. So there he is on top of the route.
He's very athletic. I noticed that. He moves very well for a 6-foot dude.
Yeah, you can see that he's got, around 4.4. I don't know if it's 4.37 speed, but he's in the 4.4 range, I think.
Yeah.
And he can accelerate, and I think more importantly is he has that change of direction.
Yeah.
And one of the other things you'll see it come into play. He does have very good man ball skills. So when
he does,
he can play it.
Okay, because I watched the game of him against Notre Dame and Chase Claypool. He only got 2 targets, and Claypool caught both of them, so it was hard to see Thomas play the ball. I want to see that.
I do. I would like to see, and Ohio State is not going to tell us this. So I would like to see if he does have a problem with playing bigger receivers. But so there you see the hands. He's on top of that route, so he's using his hands, feeling it out. And one of the things I like is he's using his hands, and when he can feel the receiver, then he turns back and he looks at the quarterback.
Yeah,
that's very nice technique there.
Yeah,
and then
he doesn't give up much separation from what I've seen of him so far.
No, he'll only give up separation when he gets bad hand placement and body lean. I think he's got good speed, but it's not. I don't think it's elite speed.
See, he doesn't have that recovery speed that some people might have. Yeah,
I don't think against some of these Ohio State receivers. No, I'm not sure what coverage this is here. If they're playing a little 2 or something on his side, in which case he should have pressed that receiver inside toward the safety, unless he's playing some.
It looks like cover 2 to me.
Yeah, but if it's cover 2, then he's got to force that. He's got to force that receiver inside to the safety and get hands on him. He can't just let that receiver get a free release there out that.
Yeah.
Hard cover for the safety.
That's right.
See it here, but See, he just leaves, and he's got to force that into the safety.
Yeah.
Make him go in an inside release. But
yeah. Where is he here? Same. Is that him?
No, that's 7. Is he in the
He's here
slot?
then. Okay, he's in the slot.
All right, missed that tackle.
Yeah. J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, you don't necessarily. I mean, if you take the 3rd round and he can cover, but he can't tackle. I mean, that's not terrible. You make that tackle in open field.
Right, that's a tough tackle, and that's not a great effort.
No, and he does come off the cover. He does come off the coverage to try to attempt to make a tackle, but
that's good.
I don't know. Maybe he's like, oh, that's J.K. Dobbins' business decision.
Yeah, let me get like my forearm out there. Let me see if I can trip him up a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, business decision. Good call.
Yeah, right there. He can't give up. He can't give up the outside leverage there. He's got to force that back inside. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. I see what you're saying. You can't give up that bounce to the outside.
If anything, make him
cut up. Yeah. Okay, so not ideal, but we're not really scouting him for his tackling.
No, there he is. He's outside. He wasn't ready there. You'd like to see him get set.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
But he's on top. He's on top of the route. Right through some of the traffic. I mean, that touchdown's not on him.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Bottom of the screen again. Backs off a little bit. Looks like he's gonna be playing some zone. That's all right. Okay, bottom of the screen. Always on the right. Unless he's in the slot.
Yeah. I don't like DBs resting their hands on their knees, but
like pre-play?
Yeah, it looks like but okay. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And that recognizes the ball's loose, and he just got to be careful with when he can peek back. He does do a good job of it and recognize when he's got hands on and he can peek back.
Here we go.
There he is. That
was nice.
Yeah, that's where we're talking about his man to ball skills. So when the ball's in the air, he's gonna go and rake through that upfield arm and deny that pass. That's a nice job. We've seen some of it with the other DBs. Like we've seen the Georgia DB Campbell. He's always maintaining proper with the guy, but then when the ball's in the air, he just loses it. And he can't play man ball. This guy can. And you can see some of that vertical right there too.
Yes, watch it again in ultra slow.
Yeah, so there he is. Could take that hand, and the receiver can't make the catch if he denies that hand. He can't catch. So that's great technique right there. And he goes up. I mean, I don't remember exactly what his vertical. I think it was wasn't it like a 38 or something?
Not sure.
38 or 38 to 40, but he had a nice vertical, and you can see it there. Right.
Yeah. Hell of a play. He got challenged like this a couple of times against Notre Dame by Chase Claypool and couldn't make the pass breakup, but Chase Claypool's quite big.
Yeah.
That's a tough matchup for NFL corners anyway. So, okay. That was a cool play. Nice. I like that. I could see what I'm seeing with this guy is he doesn't give up separation. He's a good size, good athlete. Is he Chris Culliver? Because that's sometimes what you get in round 3. Good athletes who aren't great corners. And that's a play that Chris Culliver wouldn't have made.
Moment of truth.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not all with corners. At least for me, I don't need you making a ton of picks. Just deny the big plays.
Exactly.
You don't need to you don't need picks. I just don't allow big plays.
I'm with you on that. And Culliver, I mean, he was so bad in that Super Bowl. You could argue he lost them the Super Bowl against the Ravens. I mean, that initial hole that the Niners were in was too big to come out of. He was a big part of it. I don't know if you remember. That was like 10 years ago.
Yep. I think you'll hear defense corners talk about this. Even Salad is limiting explosives on all level of football. When you give up explosives, your opponent's scoring rate increases significantly. So
of course, yeah, for per drive, like drives with explosives, drives without explosives. Yeah. All right. Every few series they take out Ambry Thomas and a few other starting DBs and go with some backup. So I think we're there right now. So we're gonna forward.
I think he comes back. Yeah, he's back at 9.
Okay.
Yeah, he is bottom of the screen.
Is Olave on this team? Does he have a different number?
I believe Olave is on this team. He might be 17. I know.
Okay.
Garrett is 5, right?
Okay. That 17 does look like Olave, yeah. Okay. And now he's back off. I'm missing something here.
Yep. I don't see him on.
And they take the shot now, of course. And Justin Fields hits it, of course. Oh, wait. All right, so still no Ambry.
I think this is the draw. I think this is the drive where Fields gets someone cover 2. Yeah, right there.
Boom.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not Ambry.
No, it's not him.
Okay, Ambry's here.
At first, I thought that maybe they subbed it out because of how bad he played cover 2 before, but
possible. Seems much more comfortable in man and zone. I like him in man coverage. He gets the jam and he gets his head around and he's really doesn't give up much separation. What's not to like?
Yeah, I think you'll see some of the things.
Okay. I haven't seen this game all the way through yet. I only watched another Dame game
later on. I mean, he's when he's on top of a route, he's on top of a route.
Okay.
I think the thing that I like here with him from watching him is I'm looking for a change of direction, right? Because speed is great, but
sure.
Receivers aren't just running verts on you; they're breaking, and you got to be able to.
True. Yeah. We haven't seen anything like that yet.
Top of the screen. So here's you'll see it. That receiver beats him, right? So
yeah. I see what you're saying. Why you don't think he runs a 4.37? He's
got to be. I think he doesn't have the top end speed of Garrett, but he's got to be careful when he with his hands here, and he's got to be wary of Garrett's speed. He's got to turn quicker on that. Now on this, this is where you important of knowing where your help is. He's got inside help here, so he can turn with this and go because he knows if this receiver breaks inside, look, he's got a safety on inside help. He doesn't have to be okay. He's going to break it. If he runs a slant, the safety's right there. So he's got to think, all right, protect the vert.
Yeah,
and that'll help him with that there.
Yeah.
So fortunately, Justin doesn't see it or gets flushed out the pocket, but he was beat there.
Yeah, Justin should have thrown that one, but Justin didn't throw it. Okay. That's not my quarterback.
No.
Okay.
The Bears.
All right. And holding. Okay, here we go.
Now here's pause it. The problem here, and we're gonna see this here. The Ohio State scheme this. Ohio State kills Michigan with this every year since Don Brennan's there is crossing routes. Okay, so
right, that's a great way to beat man coverage.
So the running back, the linebacker is assigned to that running back there, and it's just straight man coverage. So they're trying to collision these two. And they get it. So the problem is he's got to play. They've got a signal, and he's got to play off on that number one receiver because that
they have to be at different levels.
Yeah, and the linebacker can't play off. Why? Because he's got a whole responsibility inside. He has to maintain leverage on that hole for his run ability. So, that I believe this is on Ambry right here.
He should be back here.
He should be off.
That way he can cut across here and not get picked off on the cross.
Correct.
Got it. Boom. Ooh, happens quick. All you need is these guys lined up incorrectly. Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
Take your pick. Big play.
Easy. And this is where you talk about communication and just being aware. It's so important on defense. Just one little mistake, and there you go.
Yeah, this is why historically, coaches like Tony Dungy, Pete Carroll, Robert Saleh don't like man coverage because something as easy as this, a 2-yard route, a 5-yard throw, the guy catches the ball behind the line of scrimmage, and it's a huge play. It's that easy.
Yep.
Like they'll say it's easier to prevent explosive with zone than with man.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Right.
But with man, you can blitz and do all kind of stuff. So
little mistake turns into
exactly. Yep. So one more time, gets picked off, his own fault, big play. That guy's fast, and he can't get there. Okay.
Yeah.
Where we at now?
Whoever says Justin's not throwing to talented receivers, I don't know what they're watching.
No.
Those
He's not throwing to him as much as he should be because he holds the ball too long. But yeah, he does have talented receivers. 5 and 17 are both really good. Okay.
So this is a really nice job here filling this route out and then back out. Yep, he's on it. Now the receiver slips him and then he trips, but they're on that. I don't know, 5 seconds into the play. I mean, if this guy caught a touchdown on him, I wouldn't necessarily kill him.
Also, it looked like Olave grabbed him at the end.
Yeah, he slips it and then he slips it. He's got to feel it out a little bit, but 5 seconds into the play, I mean, he was on the first break and on that route. So
Fortunately, Justin Fields is never going to throw the ball. So
I mean, I definitely see what some of the things that the Niners are going to like, or the Niners like about him.
Ambry. Yeah. And so now they're just matching him up on the better receivers. Like, okay,
he can cover breaks, right? I mean,
yes.
Right now, he hasn't gotten killed on a break outside of. He got killed on the inside route, but it wasn't because of his ability. It was because he wasn't lined up properly.
We've only seen him get beat once. It was like by a step on the deep one.
Yeah,
by 5. It was fast.
He's on top of that. I mean, they can't throw that.
Yeah,
he's on it.
Right, and then Dobbins runs it in. Okay,
yeah, on him.
Score 21-13. All right.
So he's out here.
Out. Yeah, he's not in. All right, let's fast forward. Still out. I think. Yeah.
Still
out. Still out.
I think he's out on
2. Still out, huh?
He's here. He's here.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
On the screen.
Cool. I was on the left side. All right. Is he a boundary corner? Or are they just moving around wherever? Are they matching him up on receivers?
It's hard to tell here. He does. He's not playing the. No, he's not a boundary guy because he's playing to the field before. Right now he's on inside receiver there.
That's wild that this guy comes down and takes the first one in. Him? Who takes the first one in? This one. What kind of coverage is this?
Yeah, that's a coverage specifically played for that.
For both sets, right?
Because we know that one of those 3 receivers is going to break inside. So the guy with inside leverage, with heavy inside leverage,
right,
can play it from there.
Right. Usually they call it box coverage, and like they'll have this guy take the first guy in, but they have it with this guy, which is a little wrinkle, I guess.
Yeah, they're running with the safety because he's either going to run exactly what he just did, or he's going to run vertical and then break into the post. In which case, he's right there in a position to do it.
Good point.
You can always give up ground. You can't. Can't take it. So
right. I worked, and they picked everyone up. Every time it's got his guy. Very sticky coverage.
Yep. He does a nice job in man traffic and finding his way through it.
Yes, he does. He always has a hand on the dude. Is he holding him? Are he's going to get called for this stuff in the NFL?
It depends. depends where that hand is. If you keep it on the hip, and Richard Sherman usually does a pretty good job of keep it on the hip and not on the shoulder. You can probably get away with it a little bit. But the only thing is he's got to get it. He's got to keep the hand on the upfield hip, not on the downfield hip. If he's on the upfield hip, the ref is less likely to see it.
I see what you're saying. What happens here?
Where he's at top of the screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where I told you where his hand technique kind of gets him. I think he's leaning too much. See, he's trying to hand fight with that guy and lean it, and he's getting too much of an extension. When is that Garrett again?
I'm not sure.
I think it is.
It could be. Yeah. Let me slow this down. And of course, Justin Fields scrambles on this play.
Yeah.
But it's like, is it a double move, like a stutter go?
Oh, it's just
no.
Yeah, he's trying to. He's extending with that hand and trying to force him to the sideline, and
right.
I think it's Garrett just slips. He just slips.
Yeah.
He slips him. You've got to, if you're going to extend with a hand, you've got to cut. He's got to cut him off first, and then extend use his hands. And you got to be careful with, especially receivers that can really threaten you vertical with extending when you're getting hand placement on them, because they can do exactly what you just did. It's just, and I don't even think Garrett
judo you, right? Like use your moment, use your
Garrett didn't even a good job of slipping it. He just literally just ran past it. I mean, NFL receivers, how many times have we seen Antonio Brown just do the quick little rip swim and just then beat
That's
you?
all it took.
Yeah, he's got to learn. They got to coach him up on that, on some of his hand technique. He's obviously a guy that's willing to do it, but
now he's out.
Yep. The other thing, remember, this is 2019. He's a sophomore, right? So he's out, right?
He's out. Yeah, this is not him.
If you guys look back to, a lot of people I know, including you, Grant, love J.C. Horn.
Mm-hmm.
J.C. Horn's hand technique was nowhere close to what it is this year as it was his sophomore season. He got a lot better with his hands.
I see.
There's some hope here that he can. This kid can get better.
Yes.
Here he is, top of the screen.
Garrett Wilson.
There's a stutter. He's on it, right?
Yeah.
See, he's got really nice feet.
Yeah, he does. Let's see how fast he is chasing down J.K. Dobbins from across the field.
I don't think he's. No, he's giving effort there.
Yeah, he did. Good job.
I thought he was slowing.
Loaf it. Yeah.
This is a really nice job. He's on that.
Yeah. Have they targeted him once? No.
Not since the first half, right? I mean.
Oh yeah, and he broke it up. So
he broke it up, and then they got him on a. They got him on.
Beating him, but they haven't targeted him. Justin Fields, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So this is good coverage. He's on top of it.
Yeah, it's really nice. This is where I tell you, like, fighting through man traffic. Yeah. He's all over, breaks. So, you've seen these receivers break on him, and he's on it.
He's tackled too.
Yeah, hey, I mean, just get him to the ground, right?
Yeah. That's about what he did, yeah. Just go down. Just go down. We go down together. What do you say?
Yeah, there you go. Just get to the ground, man.
Yeah. All right.
Top of the screen. He's on. And I think he's really he can work with his hands, but I think from what I've seen, he's got pretty good eye discipline.
Yeah.
And that's what. See, he's on that.
Yeah.
Justin can't throw that ball. If he throws that in, that's gonna be
not open.
Tested ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why the Niners like this guy. The end of round 3, it's a pretty good corner to get at the end of round 3.
He's there. He's on it. think top of the screen. Yeah, it's a run play.
Okay. And another run.
Yep.
Okay, this should be a pass. Ugh. Nope. Ooh. See, I see what you're saying. He leans in and gets beat sometimes.
Yeah. And he's right there to use the wrong. That's not the right arm. He's using his outside arm. He needs to turn. He needs to turn, flip his hips, and then use the proper arm. He's using his outside arm right now. He's going to turn
and use his inside arm. So turn and then get your left arm on him.
Yep.
Yep. It's no good. It's a little lack of coordination there. Looks a little wild. Yeah.
Yeah,
but Justin Fields would never see something like that or anticipate.
Right. That's a guy that's Rodgers will see that and
yeah, that's a touchdown.
What Russ will see that with DK. Looking for that.
Yeah, that's the third time this game he's done this. He really could have given up some big plays, a touchdown here, but Justin Fields. Okay, moving. Every time I watch Trey Sermon or Ambry Thomas, I'm like, but what about Justin Fields? Why did people like him? I can't get it. Was it a touchdown? Oh, I guess he threw a touchdown.
Yeah,
I guess that's why. There you go. I guess that's why. Sorry, Justin. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
There he's on it there.
See, he doesn't need to lean in and get a jam every time. He actually can just
No, I mean that's to the boundary, so there's a little less space for the receiver to work with. But
yes, but that's pretty much a perfect rep for Ambry.
Yeah. Again, they took him in the third round. It was almost the fourth round, right? So
yes,
you're not going to get a perfect prospect there.
No, but for a guy to have this kind of man coverage skills at pick 102 is nice.
Right, you gotta like it.
Yeah, smothers that.
Yep, he's on that. I mean, is this some of the stuff that we talked it's relative to the Richard Sherman signing stuff. Is that if there was an injury, wouldn't you rather just this guy get some plays?
Yes. Than great point. Yeah. Well, who needs Richard Sherman playing 10 yards off over here, trying to bait you into a throw, giving up first downs, just trying to basically not give up the big play when you can have a guy like this?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's relative. It's relative to Lance, right? Get him on the field and let him learn. You're not. He's not going to learn this stuff. On the sideline.
He clearly has high end talent.
Yeah.
I mean, coverage wise, he looks like a second round pick.
Oh, absolutely. And if you we have this unknown this year. If he had cleaned up his technique this year, this is a guy that could possibly been at the bottom of the first round, right?
Right, the way that J.C. Horn did.
Yeah.
I mean, a 6-foot corner runs a 4.37. If he had gone back and had a big year, I mean, who knows how he could have been a top 10 pick? Who knows?
Yeah, he's not using proper hand technique there, and
once again, he's not getting that inside arm on him.
Yeah, turn your hips, man. Flip.
Yeah. And he gets benched.
There's certainly you see the athleticism there, and
yeah.
This is a guy I could see if you're in there in your camp, you're in camp, I could see him having really good one-on-one sessions and
yes, out. Absolutely. He's going to be tough to beat one-on-one. Was he at the Senior Bowl?
I think he was.
Ooh, I'd love to see his one-on-one reps. I bet they were fantastic.
Hit up Jason.
Ponte? Yeah. I gotta ask him what he thought. I bet you those reps are on YouTube.
They might be.
I bet you they are. Let's see if I can find them.
So top of the screen. 11, top of the screen.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Ambry Thomas go up against Ayuk.
I think, and that's another reason why I think that he might have a lot of success in the camp, right? Like the receivers that he's going against it seems to be the receivers that he matches up well against.
Yeah, guys about his size.
About his size, movement.
Yeah. He might have a little bit tougher time if he's going up against someone like Jalen Hurd, if Jalen Hurd can ever stay healthy. Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, he had good coverage against Chase Claypool, but really couldn't contest it. He couldn't contest. I'm curious to see what's he going to look like against DK Metcalf, because he doesn't, even though he's 6 feet, he doesn't look that big. I mean, look at him. He looks like Emmanuel Mosley.
Yeah, he does have long arms, I think, for his size, which will help him. But again, the Niners haven't really solved the issue of lack of size in their secondary. And I don't know if it's like, is that their answer is signing Richard Sherman for that? I don't know.
Oh God, no. Oh God. No, you're better off just playing Dante Johnson. Okay.
There you go.
Here we are.
He's out. I think he's out here. Is he out?
I think that's him. That's him.
Oh, that's him. He's there.
He gets a little tackle here.
Oh,
enforcer. Okay, here he is.
Lights out, taking Ambien and Ambry.
Yeah.
Hey, if he ever has a walk-off pick six, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Niners really they've got like the all-time name draft.
I've been trying to hold back because he didn't name himself, but dude, what kind of name's Ambry? I've never met an Ambry in my life. It's creative.
He's on that route again, right there.
Yeah.
This is where you can see what the Niners like when he breaks for that curl look. There's no separation. He's on.
Yes, that's a good point. That's a good point. Watch that. Boom. Let's slow it down.
And that's where using your hands is really so he can feel the receiver break. So when he feels the receiver break, he can slow down with him, and then look. No, there's no separation here.
He gets the left hand on him.
Yeah, even if Justin is looking this way, he can't throw that ball.
No, that's fabulous coverage. One more time for Ambry. It's kind of like Aubrey with an M.
Yeah, I'd like him to get that shoulder turned a little bit, but a little bit more. I mean, it's kind of like
he's using like both his arms, and he needs to be using just the left, right?
Yeah, it's kind of parallel to some. Yeah. TV coaches will teach you to use both. I don't like that, but he might be taught that. But I mean, it's pretty good right there. I mean, he's got his balance on the end of the route. You could see both feet on the ground. It's really a shot.
Yeah. Here we go. Over here.
Top of the screen.
Looks like Garrett Wilson. No, Olave.
And that's another. I'm surprised Olave didn't come out in this draft. I mean, I don't.
Me too.
Maybe he loves Ohio State, or he really feels like
maybe he feels the next quarterback will throw him the ball more often. I don't know.
Yeah.
He probably got like a day 2 grade and thought he could do better.
Probably so.
That's good coverage.
Yeah.
Run play, but that's good. All right.
And you can see on all his reps where his eyes are, which is are right look on his man.
Oh.
Okay, touch him.
Dang. Oh, we got bailed. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Hey man, Ambry Thomas, the 4th time this game. He does this on the Niners. Niner fans aren't gonna be happy.
Yeah, this is gonna like kind of as a DC, it'll be your mind like you should be ready. But,
17 Olave. So what happens? Okay, so they get to the line. They slow down. They look like they're gonna go. They go fast. Oh, I like that. It's a little wrinkle from Ohio State. Oh no, we're going. Oh.
Yeah, he's not ready. I mean, you could see some of that. I mean, some of that speed there. I mean, he got beat pretty bad, and he was able to start to close some ground. Like,
yeah, man, he's running like his NFL career depends on it right there.
Yeah.
Jeez, like his career was flashing before his eyes on that one.
I don't know if you're as a DC, like this is kind of like drive me insane. It's like, why are you even peeking inside if it's man? Like,
yeah, what are you doing? No, what happens is I feel like he's expecting Ohio State to do that thing where they all like hang around and look at the sideline for 10 seconds and then
and then they catch him. But even so, it really doesn't matter, right? That's your man right in front of you.
Yeah, that's true. What are you looking at? Like, you don't need to. That's just late. Yeah, that's just you lost your focus there, buddy.
Yep. The only if it's man covered, the only responsibility he has is if they do change something up and that number one receiver, 17, if he changes his position, he goes inside or he flips over to the other opposite side, then he needs to be aware of something else. But by looking at the receiver will tell him that.
Yeah, exactly. Just look at your receiver. What a break by Olave. He's almost by him, and the ball isn't even in Justin Fields' hands.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyway. All right, well, that's concerning. But you can see this guy. I mean, you can see why he was a late third-round pick. If these plays weren't on tape, he would have been a second-round pick.
And he does end up getting his hand in there, right?
Does he? Let's see.
Does it?
Or does it? That's like a straight-up drop.
Hold on.
Let's go to ultra slow-mo. Hold on. Give him some credit if he gets it.
Yeah, did he tip it at all to get it on?
I think it hits Olave in the face. What do you think?
You're right. It's a drop. But the only thing that you like about this play is that
he gets back.
You can see some of the speed, and then also that he did give effort to try to make that up, right? Some guys were just like
they got me. No, man, he really, really ran fast, made up ground. Looked like DK Metcalf running down Budda Baker here. Nice. But Olave, you let that ball hit you in the face. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like that's like awareness like 32 on Madden, right?
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, that's what you would expect from the rookie third-round pick on Madden. Yeah. I know what happens. You got a guy with 99 speed, but he's definitely gonna have 32 awareness until year 3. I haven't played Madden in a while, but I remember how it used to work.
Yeah.
Here you go.
On the screen.
Yeah. See, that's great coverage.
Yeah, we've seen corners before when we're looking at before when they get those in breaks, they can't get on top of it. He is. Look, there's a break.
I couldn't get any better. Let's slow it down just for the sake of it, because that's fantastic. Like, we were watching Tyson Campbell not follow an in-breaking route as well as this.
Or Patrick Surtain.
Yes. Patrick Surtain I wasn't even his responsibility over there, right?
No.
So when he did get the chance to follow,
that's the proper hand. That's proper hand. He's right on the outside upfield shoulder. When he breaks with him. He's got his hand on his hip. That's perfect.
It's perfect. Fabulous.
Can't ask for any better than that.
I can totally see why they felt this was the guy with the upside at pick 102. Better corner than you would expect to get at pick 102. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think you and I were both in the same boat as we would like to see them address corner earlier, but I think that this was certainly a bargain here and practically the 4th round. This guy looks on tape. He looks like he's a 2nd round guy.
Yeah, I can see them being like, look, this guy is the keyest stinger of cornerbacks, all right? Like, he's not $75,000, but he's got the horsepower. I mean, he's got everything you want.
There he's playing the middle field safety now.
Oh, look at that. Interesting. So he can play a little nickel. He can play a little safety.
Yeah, I'd be
interested. Can't tackle at all, but he can do these things.
How much they ask him to do that. I mean, I think this is a man motion adjustment.
It looked like a little bit of maybe a miscommunication between this dude and this dude. They're like yelling at each other. And then this guy blows this.
Yeah, I think 14 might be their saves. He's not used to cut. Not yet.
Yeah.
It looks like that's their motion adjustment. It looks like have him go and play the free safety. But sometimes that stuff is difficult asking players to do what they're not.
Here we go.
Yes.
Once again, I guess they're trying to get the safety down on the tight end, so they're going to put him back at safety. I like. Okay, this is interesting. What if Ambry Thomas becomes? He can't tackle enough.
That's probably why they did it, right? Because they don't want Ambry to be the outside run fit here.
No, because he's such a poor tackler. Yeah, good call. That was a good adjustment by Don Brown. Smart. Okay.
I've been there with Donnie, right? I had a couple years where I was a heavy man guy. Like, yeah, that's some of the adjustments you want to.
No, that's not him. I don't think he's on the field for this one. Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah, right there. On number 3 receiver.
Oh, wow. Of course, he's not going to make a tackle, but.
No.
Okay. But it wasn't his fault, though. I mean.
No, it wasn't his fault. It just kind of looks like it because he comes off of it.
Or is it? I mean, how do they want it?
Yeah, I don't.
This guy kind of hangs back like he's expecting 14 and one goes with
Michigan
him.
Doesn't, from what I've seen, Michigan doesn't switch. So, like, I don't know if they have a specialty switch call here or.
Like, who are you covering? Just, is this a, it's a weird, someone messed up.
Maybe it is his fault. I mean.
It could be his fault there.
They've got
He's supposed to take the first one. I don't know what he's supposed to do.
I think it's some kind of switch call, like.
Yeah.
In which case,
I think Ambry messed that one up.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like they did have a switch either if it's based off of the release of the receiver, then then it's on him. If it's not, if that was called out by the corner, that corner's got to give it to Ambry earlier.
This is an interesting game to scout. I mean, you can see why he has potential and could be a better. It could like outperform his draft position. You also can see that he's having a bad game.
I would put some of that on that outside corner, right? Sure. When you're running match or some kind of route based man concepts, then when you're releasing your man outside, you got to give the inside guy a call. Like, hey, there's a guy coming inside.
Yeah. So now Ohio State's up by like 20 something, and it's late, so we're probably going to see a bunch of runs. We'll see.
Yeah.
Jeez, J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
He's faster than Trey Sermon, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he is. I mean, didn't he go to the first? He went in the
second round. He was second round.
Was it beginning of the second round last year?
It might have been. Yeah. I mean, it was Baltimore. So
it seems like every year,
50-ish.
Yeah. Every year, Ohio State's back is taken in the second.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Starting with Carlos Hyde.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna actually throw the ball again, will they? They might. Let's see.
I mean, they've got their backup in 4.
Oh yeah. Let's just cycle through real quick.
Oh.
Almost done. Gonna run on 4th and 5?
Yes. Did I lose you? I guess Grant's got, and he's in Vish mode right now. But I think you guys can see with Ambry Thomas that he's got a lot of potential in the 3rd round. Like, you're not going to get a perfect prospect. You're not going to get a perfect prospect. There's going to be guys with problems that aren't clean. You can see some of the things that the Niners see there. What's up, Black Czar? Oh, Grant's back.
Hey, what's up?
You got Vished, right?
my computer died again. What's going on with that? Oh well, I'm back though on my computer, on my phone. So yeah. I wanted to keep talking about, dude. Hold on.
Yeah.
Are we actually? Hold on.
We're still on, as far as I know.
Okay, cool. So My stuff is so janky. All right. So we're talking about Ambry Thomas. Final thoughts of Ambry Thomas. Good athlete. Didn't have a great game, but he has potential. What do you think?
That's summing it up, right? Like I was just saying, when you got locked up, you're not going to get a perfect, clean prospect in the third round. So like you can see that the things that the Niners like, the potential, right? This is a guy that if he cleans that stuff up, he could be a starting corner. You see the movement skills, you see all of that. You see he's got NFL speed at corner. He's not 6'2" or 6'1", but he's a hair under 6 foot. That's certainly big enough to play in the NFL. So in the third round, like you gotta you can see what the Niners like in his film.
Yeah, I was expecting to see like an athlete like Chris Culliver, who was good in coverage but not good when the ball's in the air. But it seems like he's actually quite good in coverage. His drawbacks are he has no interest in tackling, and his technique needs a little work.
Yeah, I don't need you to be interested in tackling, especially in. I mean, the greatest corner ever was not a great tackler.
Right.
So if he can clean up some of those things that we saw here with his hands and pay attention, then I think the Niners might have a steal. He certainly looks the part. Looks like a guy that if he was cleaner, you could, like we said, you could get him in the first round. If he had all that stuff cleaned up, that's probably a first round corner.
Yeah, I think the Niners, you could argue, kind of like Trey Lance. Had this guy played last year, who knows what his draft stock would be? He might have been a first round pick, like you said.
I think a lot of guys are kind of like that. And I mean, we're only paying attention to the Niners draft, but there's a lot of guys out there that didn't play this year. And it'd be interesting to see, just as an overall take on guys that don't play. If a lot of these guys come in and they have success even not playing after a year, like how many guys are then going to sit out for a year and just like, I'll just train. Why am I going to go play at Ohio State and risk getting injured? I'll just go to Miami Beach and run on the sand and train and then come back and draft me.
All right, well, I'm going to see if my computer's broken. Thanks so much for doing this with me. It was interesting. He's a better corner than you would expect to get at 102. He definitely has potential. Niners, don't re-sign Richard Sherman. Let this guy play. Don't let Richard Sherman get in between this guy and developing. That would be a shame.
And what's his name? Diamadou
Lenoir.
That's another one. Like, let those guys develop. Like, yeah.
Hey, let's me and you break down Diamador next week.
Let's do it.
All right, man. Good to see you. Thanks, everyone.
All right, guys.